Hi everyone, it's Norman Kochnick here. We're actually in an amazing setting of Coogee Beach, as you can see. Quite an incredible location indeed. We basically have a situation where I've gone about 5 or so minutes early for good reason, because the backdrop's just fantastic. Have a look at that. Have a look at that. Have a look at that. So this is Coogee Beach. Just quickly have a quick look over here and you'll see the famous Coogee Beach sign. Coogee Beach there. Coogee Beach Surf Lifing Sun. We've got a magnificent backdrop right here. Quite incredible. We'll see more of that as we go along. I thought I'd just quickly show you some of Coogee. Coogee at its finest. And we're just going to be in front of this little lovely sunset. We've got a special guest today. I'm going to have Paul and Sam Carter, good mates of mine, will be on the Gold Coast, another great beach location. We're also going to have Pat joining them as well. Those guys were on a fan talk recently, so we're going to have them as well. So I'm going to fix up this camera a little bit. As you can see, we've got a great view here. Quite incredible. Amazing. The sun's just peeking through what is basically a very gloomy dark sky clouds. I hope it doesn't rain. I don't think it will. But Coogee's at its finest. But we've got, as I said, we've got Sam and Paul Carter. We've got Pat as well. We've got a special guest coming as well. I'm not going to let you know too much. They're coming very shortly. In fact, we've got someone joining us right now. Can you hear us, guys? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
We're actually live already, guys. I couldn't resist. I'm live already. Palmy Army. Who the hell's the Palmy Army?
Well, we live at Palm Beach. That's why we call it the Palmy Army.
Guys, can you talk louder? I can't hear.
How do we get louder? On the side there.
Well, guys, we're live. We're live already.
That's the best we've got.
You got to speak louder, Matt. Speak louder.
All right. We're ready to go.
We're
see the beach?
We're live. We're live.
There's the beach.
We're live.
Alive. Morning, everyone.
Look at you guys.
How are we going to get in? We've got Paul.
No. That's
it. Sam, get in a bit.
You got Paul? Paul, put your hand up.
Okay.
Pat, put your hand up. No, that's Paul. Put Pat.
Pat put his hand up, and there's Sam. Sam, put your hand up.
Come in closer.
Sam, you get in closer.
How do you get in the camera?
Yeah. Put your volume up, guys. Put the volume up.
We've got it up full volume, mate.
Can you hear me? You get close.
Okay, Norman. Hello. Yeah, got you. Welcome to.
How are you?
Hello from Palm Beach Gold Coast. Yes, you got us?
Yep. All right. Can you look
Morning.
where I am?
Morning, Mumbai. Can you hear us?
I'm at Coogee Beach.
We're at Palm Beach Gold Coast.
Palm Beach Gold Coast. We've got a special guest. A special guest is coming.
Right. Male or female?
Male. Keep guessing.
Played cricket?
Huh?
A cricketer?
Could be a former cricketer. Actually, he still plays a bit of cricket.
What's that?
Still plays a bit of cricket. Guys, your screen's frozen. I can't. Have you?
Maybe we're better down there.
You got your Rabbitohs hat on? I've got my Rabbitohs hat on too. There you go. Have a look here. Have a look here.
When are we on, Norman? Are we on, Norman? We're going live now? Yeah, we're already live.
We are live. Absolutely live. We are live. We are live already, guys.
Are we going to wait for this wait for the guest?
All right, your reception's rubbish,
Where's
guys.
the
You're going
guest?
to make it be a bit louder. When you speak,
Okay, this is the
louder,
best we can get now.
Huh? What?
Yeah, where's the mic?
Can you hear me? Yep.
Yes, we can hear you perfectly.
Perfect. All right, so guys, we're going to be talking very soon to what time is it now? He'll be here any minute now. Just checking where he is. I'm just getting the person to come. So,
Just got a plane flying over, Norman.
Hang on, let's turn this around. That's better. There we are. Look at that. Have a look at that.
Beautiful. Cool. Wedding Cake Island background, Norman.
Yeah, Wedding Cake Island's over there.
I can see Wedding Cake Island in the background.
Yeah, Wedding Cake Island's here.
Beautiful.
There's Wedding Cake. That's Wedding Cake. You got Coogee Beach. See? You got Coogee Beach there. You got.
We're on the show, man. Here we go.
Yeah, not bad.
Nina.
Not bad.
Nina.
All right, we're just waiting on Monty to join. So.
Oh, they're all waiting. There's Mick Fanning out there.
Guys, you want to come on? You want to come on? I'm going live. You guys want to come on? I'm going live on the show. You want to come on? Come on, you join? Say hello. So, look at this beautiful body.
Hey. Body
right,
beautiful. Buddha.
Body beautiful. Yeah, look, he's got Coogee on his. He's got Coogee Cozzies. Look, he's got Coogee Cozzies. Show us the Coogee Cozzies. The back of the Cozzies. The Coogee Cozzies.
I thought it was supposed to be a cricket show, Norman. I think we should get rid of that, eh?
All right, guys.
Hey, Norman.
We should talk a bit of cricket. It's starting to rain, would you believe? But anyway, it's all right.
Is that? Let's get underway. Was that Tony Abbott over there, Norman?
Was that budgie smugglers? They're asking if that was Tony Abbott over there with the budgie smugglers. All right, guys, talk loudly, okay? Talk loudly.
Yeah, we're trying.
All right.
Okay, Norman. Well, mate, congratulations first of all on India and Ash win. What a sensational series you had. Beautiful bowling. Sensational.
Thank you.
I'd like to extend Easter wishes. I'd love to extend all the Easter wishes. Happy Easter, everyone in India and Australia, of course. I've got an interesting format I would sort of want to bring up, and that does concern Virat. Okay, now Virat, sensational as we all love him.
Yes, we do.
I'm going to put a different spin on it today. Okay, so I'm going to go from Virat,
Norman.
I'm going to go from Virat to V-Rabbit. Okay, V-Rabbit. Okay, and why I've done that, I've done a bit of investigation into the personality of a rabbit, and it fits Virat beautifully. And I'd just like to outline what it is. Rabbits are highly intelligent, social, and affectionate. and I'm sure he is, but this is a bit I like. And this is the tenacious display he shows on the pitch. They can also be bratty, willful, destructive. And that's what he is when he's wielding that willow, that bat. So, and he can even be very vengeful. It takes a special type of person to be able to coexist happily in such a complex and demanding little soul. So, you know, you can tie Virat into the rabbit family. So us South Sydney fans, and there's a lot of Indian fans that do follow South Sydney. I see them at the games all the time. We've got a great following here in Sydney. And, yeah,
Queensland.
And Queensland. But just remember, the next time you see Virat out there, you can tie him in with the rabbits. Virat, mate, we love you. Sammy's got a few things to say. You like it?
Now listen. There's one small thing, Pat. One small thing. It's not the rabbits. It's the rabbitohs. They kill rabbits. That's what the rabbitohs are. We're not rabbits. We're rabbitohs.
Yeah, and yeah. Well, I just thought I'd tie all that in with Virat, and yeah, I'm sure he'll appreciate it when he sees it.
Yeah, great series, the one-day series, Norman. India stood up. They won. Curran almost took it away from them, but the series was outstanding. Didn't miss a ball.
It was. So what about, Virat Kohli, we all love him. Okay, we know that. But there's also Rishabh Pant.
Yes.
He's just been made captain of the Delhi Capitals. That's my pick for the IPL, guys. You three have to become bloody IPL experts pretty bloody quickly.
Okay. We're waiting for Chrissy Lynn to come.
Maybe we can call the Delhi Capitals the Delhi Capital Rabbitohs.
Yeah, we're waiting for Chris Lynn to make his comeback. Good Queensland boy. So he's going to perform this series. You watch out for him.
We will. All right, Monty's trying to get... Oh, hello, I've let the name go. I won't have the secret's not out yet. Okay, so just quickly, Steve Bloody Smith puts himself on the back page of the paper, putting his pledge for bloody captaincy. What the hell's that all about?
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I wish he hadn't been so vocal on this one because...
No, you got to back it. I reckon you have to.
Let's face it, he's playing a captaincy role there at first slip.
There you go. Exactly. That's my point exactly. And a lot of captains in the past have ball tampered, and the viewers might not like this, but Virat's ball tampered. Faf du Plessis tampered a few times, even though he's retired now. But
Mike Atherton.
They've all. He got the royal prawn. He got a hard judgment there, and I reckon he was a very good captain for Australia and a good image for young cricketers. So why not come out and set the example?
It's been going on since the year dot. I just reckon they were unjustly crucified for what happened. It's only because of this modern technology these days that, it was just that it was all blown out of perspective there. I just cannot believe it escalated to the heights it did.
And he's also shown good character by coming back and getting back to the form that he was at. That's a testament to the bloke he is.
But okay, hang on a sec, guys. Hang on a sec, guys. He's publicly pledged that he'd like to be captain on the back page, in the front page, or wherever. But is it his job to pledge that? Isn't it the selectors? Now, the Cricket Australia board are they're a bit have reservations about doing it. Justin Langer says that we don't need him at this point. Tim Payne is miffed because basically didn't know anything about it. So is it really what we should be saying? Or what he should be saying?
Well, as Virat said initially, Tim Payne was a stand-in emergency reserve captain, and it's time for Smudge to return.
All right, that's the Queens. Guys, hang on a second. Are you guys in lockdown? You don't look like you're in bloody lockdown. Where's your mask?
We're not in lockdown on the Gold. We're not in lockdown on the Gold Coast, but anything can happen.
Okay.
Now that's another thing all blown out of proportion. Anyway, I won't go there.
You guys are not performing social distancing, by the way. You're almost cuddling each other.
Of course.
Yeah. We want to send Anastasia Palaszczuk a one-way ticket to Mumbai, if that's okay.
Come on. We're going to ask the viewers who's got the better backdrop.
That's
me
all good.
Or
We
you?
got lucky where we live.
Huh?
More, yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
Rashid turned up. He didn't prove Virat wasn't his bunny after all.
No.
But I thought Curran was probably the standout English player in the one-day series.
Right. But did you enjoy the matches? They were bloody good, weren't they? They were tremendous, weren't they? From last week when we talked, we were at Mossman Rowers last week. We were at Mossman Rowers last week. We're at Coogee Beach today, and you're at bloody Palm Beach with the Palmy Army. What does the Palmy Army mean? Does the Palmy Army mean that? What does it mean? I'm not sure.
No, well, it's
The suburbs, Palm Beach.
Palm Beach. It's got nothing to do with the
Is it that Palm or is it that Palm?
No, not that Palmer. Mrs. Palmer and his 5 daughters, no.
All right, so
No.
we're
looking forward to the return series in England when India play England. So that's coming up soon.
Oh, certainly. So, Sai Krishna has asked, Paul, did you see Adil Rashid catch taken by Virat Kohli? So Virat Kohli caught Adil Rashid.
Yes, I did. Bit of a get back there.
Guys, are you ready for your guest? You ready for the guest reveal? I'm going to reveal the guest. You ready?
Oh my God, who is it? Who is the mystery guest? It is
George Monty Panesar has just joined us.
The great man.
The great man. Hey, Monty.
Hey, Monty. You were really acceptable in that last
How are you?
Zoom session there with Norman. I've seen that there this morning. Very good.
Yes, good. Thank you.
Monty, look where
Monty,
I am.
you're still.
Monty,
Are you
name the beach. Name the beach, Monty. Name the beach.
Or
Bondi.
coaching Norman.
No. I'll give you a hint.
Isn't it Bondi Beach? Coogee.
No, have a look at the sign. Have a look at the sign.
Oh, Coogee, yeah, Coogee.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coogee, yeah, Coogee, mate.
And guys, where are you? Tell
That's
Norman
lovely.
where you are.
We're
Show
at Palm
Monty where
Beach
you
on
are.
the Gold Coast in sunny.
Show
We're
him,
1 hour from the Gabba,
good, eh?
Monty.
Show him.
So
Oh,
here's the
lovely,
beach.
lovely, very nice. Yeah.
Monty, now you're going to show us your room. Do you have a beach view of your room?
Well, I'd like to show you my room, but the sights there are much better. What a great country it is. Beautiful sights.
The girls with the
Lovely
bikinis are
place.
coming out soon, Monty. You might get too excited, so we won't show you the girls in the bikinis.
Well, then that puts a smile on my face.
Yeah.
So, Monty,
we're looking forward to the return. We're looking forward to the return series here v England when Stewie Broad and Jimmy Anderson take on Virat and his boys. It might be a different story on those seeming English pitches. What do you think, Monty?
Yeah, they're probably, look, India's such a strong team at the moment that it can be a green wicket and they can still beat any team. So I think India are the best team in the world at the moment.
Oh, yeah, we agree with that, 100%.
Yeah, and just reiterating my comment there at the Mossman Rowers, they've really excelled. Not have they gone from boys to men. They've just gone from men to champions now. They're just killing it.
Yeah, absolutely. They're obviously, they're a champion team. But the one thing about Steve Smith, do you think Steve Smith should be the captain of the Australian team? Someone who, Justin Langer clearly said that I think Tim Payne and Aaron Finch, they are in safe hands. So I think that's a big blow for Steve Smith, to be honest. I think Justin Langer's saying, I don't really want you to be captain of my team. You know, we've got adequate leaders, and rightly so. I think Justin Langer is standing by his principles as a coach.
Yes, I agree with you there, Monty, but this issue has to be hit on the head straight away. This cannot fester. This cannot drag on this issue. It has to be addressed, and it has to be addressed now. We don't want any fractures in the Aussie
Well,
side.
it's been addressed. It actually has been addressed. It's been addressed by Justin Langer. He said, "No, Steve Smith. I don't want him as captain. We've got Aaron Finch. We've got Tim Payne, 2 adequate captains. We've got big series coming up. This team is in safe hands." Clearly saying that Steve Smith, no captaincy for you, mate.
Sam's got a view on it, Norman, on Smudge. So what do you got to say, Sam?
Oh, well, Justin Langer might not want it, but
You want to come
us in
join us?
Australia and New public
I'm
and
live-
everyone
I'm
around,
live with
especially
Monty
up here in
Tennessee.
Queensland.
What about you, fans' perspective? Do you want Steve Smith to come back as captain for the Australia team?
Of course, that's what I was going to say. Everyone thinks he's the right choice. He was wrongfully dismissed in some people's opinion, not ours, but I believe that he's come
cheat,
back.
isn't he? Well, he is a cheat.
He's a cheat.
Sandpaper, he did it. Why do you want him
Monty-
as a leader again?
Oh, well, he's always been the leader.
Monty,
You know,
come on.
as I said to Norman, there's been plenty. There's been a plethora of ball tamperers over the years, and he's just another one that came along and he got a punishment
Accepted practice.
Yeah, he got a punishment that was a lot harsher than the rest have got. You know,
What other players did?
Faf did it, Virat did it in recent times. You know, everyone's done it, but the ICC gave him. They didn't give him the year. The Australian Cricket Board gave him a year. You know.
No, but no one got caught. No one got caught red-handed like Steve Smith did. So why should he be back as captain?
Did he get caught red-handed?
Justin Langer's a man on principle. He's clearly showing that I only want to pick a leader on principle, which means a clear line when it comes to Steve Smith.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you define a cheat in sport? How do you get that definition? Is it someone trying to get the edge on the other team through? Honestly, I cannot see anything wrong with ball tampering yourself, because it's been going on since the year dot. And all of a sudden, they can't even wipe the sweat off their brow on the ball. You know, like it's just honestly, the game has become too sterile. It's unbelievable. I just don't. Honestly, I just
no. But Steve Smith, he got caught, didn't he? He was part of the group of who robbed the thing and did it. There's the subtle stuff which you can use, sweat, sweat, and all of that. My point is that Justin Langer is a man of principle, of value. He aligns his values to someone who's caught ball tampering. I do not want him to be the leader of my team. That's my point. It's Justin Langer standing by his values.
We'll agree to disagree, Monty. So let's move on, Norman.
Okay, hang on, guys. I'm having a divine religious moment. Look at the clouds behind me.
Oh my
Parting
God!
of the clouds occurring. That means
Is that
something.
coming to town?
I think I'm becoming godlike. Look,
Yeah.
see, there's a parting of the clouds. See it?
is it? Yeah, Norman, it's just have a look around.
I'm just seeing clouds, mate. I don't know what you're seeing, Norman.
There's a parting.
It's just another cloud.
Is there any Coogee Huskies there? I used to swim in that.
It's just Norman, you're hallucinating, mate. Have you taken the medication? It's just another cloud, mate.
Hey, Norman, unfortunately, Patrick's got work commitments. So thanks very much for the interview. We want to do this regularly with you.
And fantastic to see you, Monty.
Great to see you guys. How's the rugby union? How's the rugby union going over there? Rugby league, sorry. Yes, massive.
Mate, they're killing it.
I was in Campbelltown and big fan of the West Tigers. That's what I was. You know, they're a big team. How are the West Tigers doing, by the way?
Yeah, great win.
You guys seem to rabbitars. The rabbitars.
We're Rabbitohs.
They beat Newcastle.
You're the Rabbitohs, man. How's the Rabbitohs going on?
Okay, Monty,
mate,
when the Rabbitohs play the West Tigers, we're getting you on to commentate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're a Mad West Tigers fan. Okay.
I'm
All right,
a
look,
Roosters.
we're gonna sign off now.
I'm a Roosters fan, guys. Roosters fan. All right,
What?
guys.
Roosters, because you live in Bondi.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I lived in Campbelltown.
How could you be going for the West? How can you go for the Roosters when you live in Campbelltown? That doesn't make any sense. You should be West Tigers.
get a Roosters game to
Well,
Norman's Isaac.
it never made any sense why I dropped catches with such
Great
big
stuff.
hands either.
All right, we're gonna sign off.
All right, guys. Cheers.
Yeah. Hey, good to talk, Monty.
Thanks,
Norman.
Norman.
Go India. Go India.
So Monty's leaving. Is Monty? Monty? What are you doing, you idiots? Where do they go? Hang on. I'm going to see where those guys have gone. They've disappeared on me. I've got to find out where Paul's gone. Paul? Get back on. Why did you leave? Oh, and Monty left as well. I'm still here. Okay. All right. See you later. I'll keep going. So those guys have gone to work, and I'm still here, and I'm not going anywhere for the moment. So we had Paul and Sam there from the Gold Coast. We had, of course, Pat as well, Mad South supporters. So those three are part of my awesome foursome. We had the lovely guest Monty Pandya joining us for a quick discussion. He lived in Campbelltown, but had the Roosters as a part of his backdrop. So the question is, what about Marnus? Dinesh to Helen is asking, what about Marnus Labuschagne for the captain position? Well, quite frankly, that's not going to happen. The reality is that he is not really captain at any level of the game, so it's very unlikely that he will actually captain the guys. So I think that's not going to happen. So you get better now. I've got my microphone on. So please, guys, enjoy this backdrop. Have a look at this backdrop. Have a look at it. Look at it. It's just magnificent. Aren't we lucky to have such a great backdrop? You can see a bit of an element of a nice light there. I'll just turn around there. There's quite an incredible light, quite an incredible place. So just my thoughts. We were talking about Steve Smith, and Monty was quite adamant about the fact that Steve Smith should not be captain of Australia. And in the case of Pat, Paul and Sam, they were quite adamant that he should be, and not to see the situation with the ball tampering as being serious. The fact is that he's come out several times, Steve Smith, in the past, and actually said, I'm never going to captain again. It was very adamant that he was never going to captain again. But the fact is, he now is pledging that he will be captain on the back page of our newspapers in Australia, in Sydney. So, and he's gone worldwide with it as well. So it's a bit of a disappointment, if you ask me, that he can do that. Maybe we need him. Maybe we do. I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that. And the fact is that they really have to be wary of Justin Langer's coming out and saying, we don't need him at the moment. Tim Payne's been very quiet. And Tim Payne is the existing captain. He hasn't relinquished the job. Probably not a good thing that someone's talking about the captaincy in the press. We also had the likes of, the Australian team as a whole needing to be inputting into that, and the selectors. So that's a bit of a concern. So, no, in fact, Steve Smith discussion did not upset Pat and Paul and Sam and Monty. The reality is Pat, Paul and Sam have to go to work. It's early morning in Australia. They're heading off to work. In the case of Monty, he left thinking we're all leaving. He wasn't sure that I was still going to be here. I think India and Australia make the final of the T20 World Cup. I think India certainly will, but I think England will be the opposition. That's my early thoughts. It could be a bolter like the West Indies or even perhaps Pakistan. You never know. But the reality is it's going to be very interesting. So Zara Tara, let me have a look. Zara Tara, I'm a West Tigers fan from India. Now I'm wanting to support the Rabbitohs just because of Norman. Thank you, Zara. The Rabbitohs, they should be the official emblem for India, in my opinion, in terms of rugby league anyway. So that's my thoughts. We all need to support. We need to go to rabbitohs.com.au and support South, because they're going to win the comp this year. With the Indian fan club support, we'll get some of the players. In fact, very often the players are at the beach here. So it's a big thing for them. So it's rather amazing that that's where we are now. So great to be here. Certainly, we've got lovely people. We might ask some guests in here. Okay, I've got a couple of guests. Excuse me. Do you want to come on camera for a minute? We're going live to India. Come on, come over here. I got some local Coogee guests. We're basically here, and I like inviting some guests. Come on, guys, don't be shy. Come on, don't be shy. Come on. This is a cricket show back to India and all other parts of the world. And it's also Rabbitohs as well. Come in short. No, you got to get closer. Come on, guys. Yeah, just get in shot. What's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel? Julian. Okay, guys. Julian, you've got to get in closer.
Come over, brother.
Okay. Well, social distancing is not a problem here anymore. So, okay. So this is going live to the world, in particular India. We've got usually audiences of 35 to 24,000 live. Yeah, right. So it's quite popular. So, you rugby league fans, for starters?
Yes. I'm a Bunnies fan myself.
Bunnies. He's a Bunny. Well, let's clarify that. Let's just clarify that. When you say Bunnies, you really mean Rabbitohs, don't you?
The Rabbitohs, the Bunnies, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Important to remember that.
Manly support.
Okay, Manly. I think we can leave now if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We don't want someone bloody well supporting Manly on the show. For God's sake, what is this? We're not that universal.
No.
Well, hang on. Manly's on the other side of the harbour.
Yes.
This is Coogee. What are you doing here?
Work.
Work.
Okay. Live in Maroubra.
I'll get you in the shot. Come on,
No, you're right.
Yeah, okay. All right. What about the cricket? What do you know about the cricket? What are you watching? Do you like Virat Kohli? You do like.
He's a good player. I can't say I'm not a massive cricket fan myself, but I am Australian, so I know a bit about it, and I obviously root for the Aussies, and I know he's a good player. I know he's a solid player.
He is a very solid player, and he's a bit Australian the way he carries on as well, isn't he? He's tough. He's aggressive.
Yeah. But he's a bit of a character and a funny guy,
absolutely.
isn't he?
Yeah, he certainly is.
So
he's got tattoos. Where's your tattoo? I just saw a tattoo.
I've got a couple on my
So he's got tattoos all over him. So it's good. Now, we've got a Manly supporter taking photographs of this anyway. So what do you think of this? What about where we are? Isn't it amazing? Coogee Beach.
It's the best place to live in the world. The beaches around Sydney. If I may say so. I've travelled a bit around the world, but every time I come home, you can't beat home.
Oh, you can't beat home. That's for
it's
sure.
absolutely beautiful, the ocean and the beaches, and get down here early as much as I can for a swim, and it's a good place to be.
Rain, hail, or shine too, I bet.
That's it. Yeah.
Just quickly, I mean, what do you think? We've got in Sydney, we've had 70 odd days of no COVID. We're not wearing masks. We're come and give him a hug. Give him a hug. So, this is what we call social distancing in Australia. This is called social distancing. The reality is we're very lucky in Australia. In a place like India, where a lot of these people are, they're in America, they're England, they're all over the world. They're experiencing some severe lockdowns.
Yeah.
We're fortunate enough not to. What do you think about that? What's your thoughts?
We're very lucky, especially coming out of summer at the moment as well. The big thing for us is we've been able to have a good summer. We've been able to swim, go outside, go to pubs, go to hotels, go to bars. Hasn't really been too bad of a summer. So hopefully it continues that way.
What's your thoughts?
I guess we're lucky with what we did early on in trying to stamp it out. It was very strict. I was actually down in Melbourne last year and it sucked. I was kind of stuck down there for a few months, but look what's happened. For the most part, we've I can't say fully gotten rid of it, but we're doing pretty good.
We certainly
are. Yeah, people kicked up a stink at the beginning, but the people in control making the big decisions have done the right thing, I think, because at the moment life's pretty good.
Life's actually
pretty lucky. Yeah.
life's too good in a way, really.
Yeah, definitely.
It almost seems too good. Do you know? What do you think? Have you heard about Steve Smith? It's in the back page.
With the captaincy.
What do you think? What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, mate, I think he should be the captain. I like Steve Smith. I think he was a bit misjudgment there at one point, but outside of that, he's a great leader. He hasn't stepped a foot wrong since then, or before then, really, in theory.
What do you know of Steve Smith?
I know he's a great player and one of the best batsmen to ever live, I think, and will go on to be. He's just unbelievable, Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, even big ones. But you got to, you can't look at people for that for the rest of their lives. And I think he's done his best to earn the right to, either captain or or whatever.
Yeah.
Have that spot again. So
The only thing that I'm concerned about is he's gone out into the back page of the papers, right? And he said, "I'm making a pledge to be captain." The coach Justin Lang is saying we don't need him at this point. Tim Payne, who's the current captain, isn't able to say anything at this point. The selectors are saying they're privately with a bit of reservation about the way it's happened. So that it's not. I mean, he's going to rally the forces of the public, like you guys are saying. But the way he's done it, do you think he should have come out in the back page and plastered himself? It wasn't accidental. No. He had 2 kids with bats at Waverley Oval. He had, it was not just. It was staged.
As we always know, Australian cricket, there's usually a lot of politics involved. So there's probably something happening behind closed doors that none of us know.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's Australian cricket. It's happened since the 80s, 90s. It's always happened. There's always been a bigger story, and there may be. It may be Tim Payne doesn't want to be, but he doesn't want to publicly say it. It may be something that he's getting pressure because Steve Smith's in the side. He wants to hand it over back to him. We never know what happens in those sheds.
No, you're right. I mean, we don't really know, but he's rallying the forces. I mean, he probably is our answer. I don't deny that. Yeah. But the way it's happened, perhaps got to be handled a bit better.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's my only thought.
Yeah.
But I mean, India love cricket, as you know. We've got people here. You're going to be watching this as Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick, so we're going to get you to look at this. Are you guys going to subscribe?
We'll subscribe.
Well, they're going to subscribe for sure.
Subscribe,
because you're bloody stars on it now, so you've got
exactly.
it. So the reality is, so thanks, guys.
No worries.
So before you go, get your. They're going to subscribe in front of me. You got your iPhone? This is my bag. Go get it. We're going to do a bit of a. So Eyes on Cricket. This is promotion. Eyes on Cricket. It could be separate words though. Just put it. Go. Hang on. And I go back again. Go Eyes. And then a gap. On Cricket. With Norman. It'll come up. There we are. Oh, there's. That's the person that comes up is Pretty Apala, which is funny. She's on my show. Hang on. Yeah, it's on YouTube actually. It's funny how guys. I won't be a sec. We're going to sort this out. We can't have. It's interesting. I'll just put my full name there. Maybe because you haven't done much cricket stuff.
What is the Jules Eyes on?
Eyes on Cricket. Can you song and dance with the audience? Well,
it's song and dance. We want to see me dance.
Not good.
Nah.
Cricket with Norman.
That's it. It's funny how it's not coming up. Everything else. Here we are. There it is. There.
Yeah. Oh, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's
why. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Just hit the. So that's it there.
Yeah, sweet.
All right.
I've got to sign in for chat, so I probably need to subscribe to
YouTube. YouTube.
Because I don't use it much.
Okay. All right, guys. Come and say goodbye.
No worries.
What were your names again? Just
Julian.
Julian.
Jules and Daniel. Thanks for having us, guys.
My pleasure. Yeah, Norman, join up, hey?
Thanks, Norman.
All
Thanks
right.
a lot, mate.
Enjoy that.
I'm going to duck in for a swim.
Okay. All right. Take it easy.
Take care of yourself.
All right. Thank you. Up the bunny. So the Barbados, exactly. So that was Jules and they were here. It was great to have these guys on. It's great to have local people join in like that. It adds to the flavour of the show. They love their cricket. They're down having a swim. It's about 15 degrees Celsius here, by the guys. It's not warm at all, but the adoration of going in the water. And look at this great. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at that backdrop, guys. Couldn't get better than that. Look at the lovely shimmer of the water on the tiles there. We'll come down here more often, I reckon. It's worth having a go. Let's get some questions from the group. So we've got, why are the Rabbitohs called the bunnies? Well, bunny is like a bunny rabbit. It's like a colloquial way of looking at it. Indian Memaswala says, Punt become temporary captain for Delhi Captains in IPL. Karma hits Payne is dancing. That's interesting. Some stuff going on there. This guy seems shy. He was a bit shy, yeah, but he enjoyed it. Dave Warner is the captain of Sunrise Hyderabad. As he does well in the tournament, he should be made Australian captain for the T20 World Cup. DS Prashanth, I'm afraid David Warner will never be captain again. He's actually been technically banned from being captain. I think it's nice he's seen, more so in Australian cricket board. Cricket Australia have actually made that decision. So Dave Warner will not captain again. That's what we thought perhaps would be the case with Steve Smith, but he's come out now and pledged that captaincy. It's caused some dissension, some reservations with Cricket Australia and also even Justin Langer. I agree with the players wanting to rally behind that. I think it's a great thing, but I just don't think you can justify the way it's happened. If it was done and the selectors chose him and he came out and the press and talked about it post, all good. But I think he's come out a bit out of order, but maybe he's getting the fans' reaction, maybe Cricket Australia getting the fans' reaction. And I think we do need him because we need to have a better chance of actually going well in the both the World Cup and the Ashes. So you guys subscribed? All right, good. So these guys have been on there for me and it's been great. So look, I can sit here all day. This is just a tremendous place. It's one of the most beautiful beaches you'll ever see. And it's just fabulous to have such a warm feeling despite being a bit chilly. It's a great place. Australians are very relaxed. Every morning people go for a swim. They go for a jog on the beach. They play there's a bit of beach volleyball going on as well. It's quite amazing how that all happens. It's one of those places where you basically have just the freedom. I know COVID's another issue, but we tend to be very careful about that. With our contact tracing has been amazing. So, okay, Couch Potato says, what do you think about Punt being captain? To be really, really honest, I think it's a fantastic selection. They could have gone for Smith or Rahane or other players, but Punt's aggressiveness, his willingness to win, could be the reason why Delhi Capitals win this season. I actually said earlier that would be the case. It's only cementing that fact. Shai Krishna, I agree with Monty Panesar, but to get back Australian cricket into number one, best team Steve is to go. He's the guy. Yeah, okay. But Monty Panesar's right. He is right. I believe he's very strongly right. And I believe he'll come out in the press and talk about that more. It'll be quoted as, certainly a discussion that we'll need to have. We need to have that discussion. But Tim Payne should have said he's relinquishing the captaincy. Then the selection panel should have then selected Steve Smith and made it a nice smooth transition rather than Steve Smith coming out so early. Yeah, I'm not sure. Ben Horn was the writer of that article. I like Ben Horn a lot. He's a great journalist, a lovely bloke. But yeah, it was somewhat staged, unfortunately. But anyway, so is media. Because we can't exactly change that situation at all. So now that just out the back there, you can see a place called. You can see a bit of a rocky face there. A rocky face there with my fingers. It's called Wedding Cake Island. I don't know why. There's not many weddings that go on out there. Yes, they are creating a case for that to make Steve Smith a captain. They are creating a case, but they could have done it better. So, look, guys, this was a great opportunity to be here on Coogee Beach, also to be at Palm Beach on the Gold Coast. Monty was there in England. Quite incredible all round to have that sort of spread of people. I can't help but think it's great to have you guys. I know at the moment it's extremely early in India, but it's a lovely way to be able to look out and see what Australia's experiencing at this moment. Fabulous place indeed. So, yeah, and Shai Krishna's right. There are politics happening everywhere. It's certainly not limited to Australia by any means, but it's unfortunate when you have power and ambition and you have people jockeying for that. You do have people undermining, people promoting themselves. It's rather can get quite ugly, and I think we should be wary of that. We shouldn't allow that to happen, but it does, and it's part of life, isn't it? Certainly it's part of life. So, just Prashant wants my thoughts on Justin Langer as a coach. A great disciplinarian, a great player, a great leader. He's done very well in a lot of aspects, but a lot of people often talk about, I think Simon Willis in the high performance coach role with both Sri Lanka and England, he always says the national coach has a 3 to 5 year window of being the national coach, and then they probably should move on. Now, that doesn't mean people are not good enough, but you have a 3, if you go to 5, you've done really well. Duncan Fletcher, for example, would be in that category. Mickey Arthur, there's quite a few, even John Buchanan back in the day. Bobby Simpson, Australia. Justin Langer's a very good coach. He's a very good player, a great leader. But maybe he's been around as a coach, I think it's around the 3-year mark now. He needs to consider his succession planning. Shouldn't stay beyond his place. Not that he's bad at all. He certainly is good, but there's got to be that decision made as to, does he have the room behind him? If he doesn't, I'm not saying he doesn't, but it's a matter of just making that decision as to the next stage. I think he's a good coach. Tim Payne has been a good leader, but they both probably need to look at the next stage. And if it's bringing back Steve Smith or actually crossing Aaron Finch over, that decision has to be made by the selectors and by the board. So I think Justin Langer looks more competitive than the current Australian players. perhaps he's too competitive. Maybe he's pushing too hard. Maybe his processes are a little bit too hard on the players. That's a thought process as well. But he certainly deserved to be in that role, and he's a great bloke. And when he batted with Matthew Hayden, he couldn't get a better opening partnership. He moulded his game. He worked hard at becoming a better batter, and he was a great player. So I know leaders are made of that. So I would argue that's very important to the whole process. So people are asking me, am I going to go for a swim? It is 15 degrees Celsius, a little bit too cool for me. I'm chilling a little bit. So it certainly isn't ideal weather to go into the water, but there are people in there. There's people in there right now swimming. Quite incredible. Yeah, so we've got a day here. It's March. So let's just check the date. I'm just going to check the date on for me. It's the 31st of March here in Australia. It's 7:53 a.m. Actually, just to let you know, Priti Upala, it's her birthday today. So happy birthday to Priti Upala, who's one of our regular guests on the show. We certainly would like to have, Priti on the show, but she's actually heading for somewhere else. She was meant to be going to Hawaii. I think she's gone to Miami. But in America, it's not quite the 31st of March yet. It'll be very shortly. But yeah, we'll certainly be able to wish her a happy birthday. If Pakistan are touring South Africa, then Australia could have decided the same. Vinod Kaka, I agree with you totally. I'm very saddened by the fact that Australia didn't go because I think Australia needed that series to keep playing, but they were worried about bringing it back to Australia. And I accept that, but it's sad they weren't playing. All right. Can you tell, please, how Smith issue blew up regarding captaincy? Well, he went very publicly. He was interviewed both, I think, for the BBC, I believe, but he was also put on the back pages of the Australian papers. Ben Horn, very good journalist, interviewed him. He made a pledge to the captaincy. He was pictured with young kids. And in fact, Sai Krishna, if you go to the community page of my YouTube channel, I've actually photographed the back page and the other page of the newspaper showing that actual article. So you can go there, and I'll show it again. So that actually was quite an open front foot display of desire for the captaincy, a pledge, and hence it's meant that it's created this press stir. And Justin Langer came into the press. Monty's just talked about it. The reservations have been cleared through Fox Sports about the way that the Cricket Australia board have actually also had some privately. They've got some reservations. Probably not the best way of handling it. Again, we're not exactly sure what's going on, but public opinion certainly seems to be the people I've interviewed here today, both in the Gold Coast and here in Coogee, both think that he's a leader they want in the team. Might rally the forces. So if that's the case, it's fine. But they probably should have allowed Tim Payne to graciously have told of his decision to not be captain. So whether this is going to happen in the Ashes series in summer is another thing. There's no guarantee that will be the case, but it might well be. But we've got plenty of time. It's into March. November's a long way away, but I think if they're going to announce a change of captaincy to allow that to settle in, even for the World Cup, well, Aaron Finch will be there as well. It'll be interesting whether that'll happen. So, yeah, it's an interesting state of play. And again, politics is a major player in that. So let's have a look. Look at some of the questions. So Rabbitohs, as I said earlier, the South Rabbitohs kill rabbits, but they're also called the bunnies colloquially, like a bunny rabbit is the name that's given. So that's the way it's operated. So I hope you've enjoyed this time here in Coogee. I hope you've enjoyed it. So we're going to do this more frequently. We'll go back to the regular 5 p.m. IST time slot, 10:30 my time, 11:30 a.m. in England. In America, it's almost, I think it's around the midnight stage or there beyond. So we'll certainly have that as well. So we'll have that regular time slot. We'll also have the IPL as a major discussion on April 7th to May 30th. They'll come on board. Excuse me, can I just... Could you come on camera? I'm just going to bring someone on camera. He's got a lovely dog. I'm going live to India. I just wanted to be able to talk to people from Sydney. Do you mind coming on?
For what?
For cricket.
Oh, for cricket?
Yeah.
That's the game with that?
Yep.
Nope.
No, okay. Well, we had an American here who's going to University of New South Wales. He didn't want to talk about cricket, but he should, because second biggest audience in Australia is, in fact, or in the world for cricket is America, behind India. All right, let's have a look here, guys. All right, we've got a question here again, but the main question is that whether there is enough deserving candidates for the captaincy in both T20 and Test. Well, the deserving candidates, they've talked about Pat Cummins for Australia as being, well, he's a vice captain now. I'm considering him for captaincy. Great player, great bloke, but I don't think he should be captain of Australia. Aaron Finch is doing an admirable job and should stay in the T20 format and the ODI, as it turns out. Test-wise, we know that Tim Payne is currently the captain, but Steve Smith made a bold play, and really there's not much else there at the captaincy level. The likes of Manus Labuschagne, no, he has not captained at any level, so that wouldn't be a wise move. A few other players that float around. In fact, they can't even make the side. That's the issue. I still believe Jason Sanger, who was a New South Wales player and also was the captain of the Australian under 19s, if he was in form and batting well and was able to force his way in the Australian side like Will Pucovski has, because they're a similar age, about 21 now, he would be probably in the side and would probably be an understandable selection. Indeed. So I would argue that he would be the next, if playing well and if selected, which is the issue. So quite frankly, that's what I would say. Okay. Anurag Agarwal saying, sir, do you think Indian team is best when we have the right selection? Yes. They should have I've always had the belief that the Indian side should have a stable team selection, and they don't. Doesn't mean they're still one or two in the world for all formats, granted. But a stable side is a winning side now. I think they know this, that they're regulars. I mean, Rohit Sharma's and Kohli, they both proved as openers they can do very well. Rahul's still in that mix. Dhawan's still in that mix. Pant, and for the tests, you bring in Pujara and Rahane. They're very stable players, yes. And I think they need to just keep that going. Punt's a certainty, right? I think Ridham and Saha is only there for support and the backing up. Rahul probably is becoming the second wicketkeeper, especially in the short format. The bowling department, we're going to wait for the likes of Jadeja, Shami, and Bumrah to get fit. They'll be back in. And Ishan Sharma's still there. And, of course, Siraj is bowling well. Bhuvi's playing very well. And the spinners of Ashwin, as I said, Jadeja. You've got Axel Patel floating around there. And then you've got backup batsmen. I shouldn't say backup, but they are. Ishan Kishan and Ayers there as well. Agarwal. There's a whole bevy. I think they're doing very well. The white ball, Aaron Finch, personally, I'm a fan of Dave Warner. But Dave Warner's not going to be captain in any formats. That's not a question. It's not even in the discussion. As was Steve Smith, but he's now in the discussion. So, no, Dave Warner's not a suggestion for that. Great player, great batter. We know that. But Steve Smith, Aaron Finch, certainly Aaron Finch is there now, and he'll stay there unless he decides not to be. So that's really the way that it'll be decided. All right. Ask me questions, guys. Otherwise, Mira Borsley, where are you? Where am I? Well, if you're here early, we're actually at Coogee Beach in Sydney. And I'll just quickly show those that came on late. You can see Coogee Surf Life Saving Club there. Coogee Surf Life Saving Club. And we're actually at a lovely part of the beach. You can see the sand of the beach there and the waters as well. So it's a magnificent place. And we've got a fellow South supporter there. Another one. Do you want to come on camera? You want to come on camera? I mean, I said I'm a Rabbitohs supporter. We've got a person walking past with a Rabbitohs. Said, come and join me. What's your name? Lionel. Come here, Lionel. I'm actually going live to the world. I'm actually going live to India. So just grab a sec. Come on. India, yeah. Well, that is. Yeah, we're trying to convert most of the Indians to be. This is Lionel here. My name is Norman, by the way. Yeah, Norman. Hi, how are you, Lionel? So Lionel's here. He's got a South hat on, and that was not staged. Lionel walked out of the Coogee Surf Life Saving Club with a Rabbitohs hat on, and here he is. Lionel, what are your thoughts? Do you like cricket?
Yes, I do. I do like cricket, yeah.
Do you watch? What do you think of India? What do you think of the Indian team?
Well, the Indians might have been too good for us last time when they were out here. But it's a big thing in India, I believe. It's even bigger than here or England.
Absolutely.
And, well, you've got to respect them because of that. it's absolutely great, I believe, over there.
It certainly is. I mean, there's no doubt that India's love of cricket is romantic almost and a renaissance.
That's right. That's right. Hockey's another game, I believe.
Hockey's also
over
big
there,
and even soccer now. Soccer as well.
Soccer too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you know of Virat Kohli? What do you think of Virat Kohli?
The famous cricketer.
Yeah, the captain. Yeah.
Isn't he a friend of the Australian player? I read about it. The Australian player looked on his phone and he saw a message. Do you want to go for a meal tonight?
Glenn Maxwell. Was it Glenn Maxwell, I think? Was that Glenn Maxwell?
I'm not too sure, but
I think it was Glenn Maxwell.
Anyway, he did. So I believe, that's what I read. But, no, India is... I think Australia should be doing more trading with India, actually.
Good point. Very, very good point.
Why not?
Exactly.
We're having bits of bother all over the place elsewhere.
Yeah.
What about India coming to the party?
I think India will come to the party. I think we probably need to look elsewhere from China. We rely too heavily on China.
What I meant. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You're getting a fan asking, do you know what do you know about the Indian Premier League, the IPL? Do you know any?
I don't know too much about it at all, really.
Well, we're going to have to educate Lionel on the Indian Premier League. We're going to designate you an official Delhi Capitals fan.
Oh, okay.
So can you say go Delhi Capitals?
Go Delhi Capitals.
Definitely. Well, he's a Rabbitohs fan. You can see the hat. He's a Rabbitohs fan. Big time. So actually, maybe Marcus Sionis, who was the person who had that photograph that you're talking about, a bit higher. All right. Well, thanks, Lionel. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate you coming. Shake my hand. We can do that now in Australia. All right, Lionel, say goodbye to the Indian.
My pleasure.
All right. Thanks for stopping by. So Lionel was just walking out of the Coogee Surf Club.
I'm a member here at the Surf Club.
You're an excellent.
I go to the gymnasium every morning.
He goes to the gymnasium every morning. How old are you?
84.
Come here. Let's hear this. Now, Lionel's just told me he goes to the Coogee Surf Life Saving Club every morning, and your age is?
84. 1936.
1936.
Come into the world.
Wow, amazing. And you're going to be 85 this year then?
Yeah.
Look at you.
I've got to stay on my feet.
I tell you what, look at you, as fit as a fiddle. Unbelievable. 85, 84, almost 85. When you went, what month?
I hope I am.
You certainly look like it. What month are you born?
September.
So September this year, we're going to celebrate.
21st of September.
All right, guys. 21st of September, we're gonna celebrate Lionel's birthday. If you're down at Coogee Beach that morning, we'll join you. Okay.
Right,
21st. So you got to go to my channel. Have you got YouTube on your 84-year-old YouTube? Let's see. Have you got YouTube on your phone?
No.
Okay, that's all right. But if you're down here, 21st of September.
But I can educate myself up till then,
Yeah, for sure. If you go to Eyes on Cricket with Norman, and you're on your 85th birthday, which will be September the 21st, we'll bring you down here. You're so damn fit. I mean, I'm embarrassed. I'm really embarrassed. I'm nowhere near as fit as you. So thanks, Lionel. Magnificent to hear your story. So thank you very much. We'll catch up with you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, thanks, Lionel. Isn't that amazing? What a great man. He's 84 years of age. I'll just turn around and I'll show you, Lionel. Just stand up. Let me see you. Stand away from the camera. This gentleman here is fit as a fiddle, and he's 84 years of age. Give us a wave. All right, thanks, Lionel. Take care. All the best. What an amazing person. 84. Wow. Incredibly fit. Oh, yeah, the old David Boyle. Yep. Yeah. Excellent. Well, if you're going to tell the story, come back on camera. You want to join us? Come on. So we're going live to India. So yeah, live to India. So what's your name?
My name's Jeffrey.
Come sit here, Jeffrey.
All right, what's happening in India?
Well, we're talking about cricket. We've been
Cricket?
Yes.
All right. Harry Ball. Harry Ball.
Harry Ball. Okay. So so your name again was
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Jeffrey. How old do you think Lionel is?
Lionel? I think Lionel's been walking on the ceiling for a very long time. I think Lionel's probably about 76.
He's 84.
84, born in 1937. 36. That's fantastic. It's the same age as my old man. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good on you. That just shows you the living in Sydney and having beautiful, fresh, clean, crisp air can keep you going.
So just tell me. So tell me, Jeffrey. What do you have much knowledge about cricket? What's your cricket?
Not much at all. I know that it's a very, very big part of India. It's not a sport. It's a culture.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, this audience, we normally have, yesterday we had some 35,000 viewers live, and about 20 we got around the 44,000 mark today. So
Brilliant. They need to get up earlier. And that's very early there. It's about 5 hours difference. So to be back,
it's 5.5 hours difference. What time is it now?
So it's at 3 a.m. there.
But they're keen. They're keen to watch.
Keen. Well, lovely to meet you all.
All right, Jeffrey. Nice
lovely to meet you.
All right.
Sir, keep going. And by the time you know it, it'll be 1999 for you.
Thanks.
See you, boys.
All right, Lionel. We'll let you go too, because otherwise you'll miss your next appointment. Thank you very much, Lionel.
Yeah,
really.
Boyle gave him a rap over in India too.
Fantastic.
He went there.
Fantastic. All right, Lionel.
Thank you.
Come and join us again next time.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Isn't it lovely to have these people just join me and welcome into the show? It's warm. It's great. I mean, a man like Lionel, he walked out of the club, 84 years of old. He's there every morning. That's why he's 84, I guess. I mean, the Indians perform very similar tasks, so it's very, very nice. All right, guys. I think we've had a nice time here this morning. What do you think? I should try and find more people, but I think we've done very well today. So, thanks, guys. Again, this is Norman Kochnick on Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick. If you haven't subscribed and haven't gone to my so-called, it's my Instagram handle, but it's also my Twitter handle, I'm welcoming you there. It's very important for you to be a part of that. Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick. View, like, and share the posts. Make sure you subscribe, as I said. Become a member. Meet most of the guests that I've got. We had Monty here earlier as well, Monty Panesar from England. We need to be able to do that. So share these posts and help the channel grow. Thanks for your time, guys. This is Norman Kochnick signing off from Coogee Beach here in Sydney, Australia.